The brief that I've received when I joined National Bank was to transform National Bank into a top-tier bank over a period of 5 years, starting March 2013. So we're coming round about to exactly 2 years since the new strategy came into play. When we've set this target, National Bank was 13th in the rankings by the central bank based on market share. To become a top tier, it means we have to be one of the top 5 or 6 banks in the country that has got over 5% market share. That we have made quite a lot of progress in the last 2 years. Despite being the early stage where we're investing for the future, we have registered a growth, for instance, on the balance sheet, which is what drives the whole business, from roughly 67 billion to 123 billion, almost doubling, actually more than doubling. That sort of gives you an impression on where the bank is headed in terms of realizing its ambition, because that growth rate at 35% compounded annual is well over the 25% that we required to hit our target by 2017 of becoming a top tier. Typically, companies of this size, when they're transforming, will be more focused in investing to reform the processes, to change the technology, to invest in talent, and we've done all that. But despite doing that, we still maintained a BAU trading profit growth of 45% compounded annual growth rate. That is really a commendable result of that transformation program, and it shows how well thought out it was and how well executed it is. One of the key pillars of the 7 strategy is actually what I call the wrap around, the packaging of the overall strategy in the format of rebranding the bank. The intention was obviously to refresh the overall look and feel of National Bank. Its brand stayed more or less the same way close to the better part of 4 decades. That aside, we also required to announce to the market that the bank is different, that the bank has transformed.
Branding is at the core of the transformation journey. We have undertaken branding from 2013 when we launched the new brand, which has the customer promise, bank on better, and we are living up to it on a daily basis. What do we have? We have more open banking halls, easy movement, well labeled, customer is not lost. We have Wi-Fi in our branches, so the customer does not have to wait to do his banking. If it's a quick transaction, you can just go to the Wi-Fi corner, and this is uniform in all the branches. So that's one big thing, moving in the digital age. We are living up to that, and most of our customers are actually finding it very efficient and easy to just come into the branch, do the transaction on their iPad, and out they go. Quick, easy, accessible, clean environment that is not cluttered, well lit, early, and very welcoming, basically.
So we have developed a tiered model for our retail banking business, because see, the customers in this segment are very, very different and diverse. So for the premium banking customers, we've got relationship managers. These are customers we have allocated a dedicated relationship managers. And then of course we've got the higher personal banking segment, where we have the model we call portfolio management, where we've got a particular relationship officer who is tasked with the responsibility of taking care of a group of customers, you know, that they can actually be able to talk to them and get to understand their needs. And then of course, to just, you know, supplement that, we've got a direct sales model, which basically is like the hunter model, the group of staff who go out there and look for customers, new customers. And when these customers come in, they are either allocated either a portfolio manager or a relationship manager, depending on which segment they sit in. What this has done is that it's made it a lot easier for us to be able to manage our customers based on their, you know, their various needs and the kind of profile of customer we are talking about. And we've seen that whole sales model or sales and service model being able to both drive business to the bank and at the same time create greater convenience for the customer.
Our branch network grew by 25 new branches, so we now stand at 75 branches, and we're looking to do another 12 branches this year. and we are targeting the county business and also strategic locations within the big cities, so that our customers will be able to access our financial services from National Bank. We initially had ATMs, but all our ATMs were housed in our branches. We right now boast of 125 ATMs across the country, but 45 of these are offsite ATMs. We never had offsite ATMs. We only had ATMs seated in our branches. Now we've had an additional 45 ATMs since 2013, and we're looking to do another 15 so that we can grow that to 60. That's one of the channels that we've really improved our services to our customers and accessibility of cash. In addition, we are doing agent banking. Right now we have 1,234 agents out there that our customers can be able to access out there. In addition, we have introduced NAT Mobile and NAT Connect, where our customers can access financial services at the comfort of their offices, of their homes. And we are seeing these channels really growing and more importantly improving our service to our customers.
We've gone through a Lean Six Sigma program where we've been able to identify where the wastes are. And one of the key wastes is where we do have delays in production. For example, account opening, where it used to take 2 weeks, now we've put it down to 3 days. This has been achieved through concepts like single flow methodology and also using SMED, which is a new model which is being deployed across the world. The catch of the rollout of the Lean Six Sigma will be the rollout of the electronic document management system. This will eliminate having paper-based processing across the bank.
The other thing that we have looked at is the business segments that we have in the bank. We have the Amana, which is the Islamic banking. We have the premium banking, which is the high end of the retail market. We have also the business banking, which has a segment under it, the SME Business Club. Now, if you look at those 3 segments of the business, they are branded differently, but all feeding into the mother brand.
Islamic Banking and National Bank started in 2007 when they had only a savings account called Al-Mu'min account. Then in 2013, when the new management came in, we decided to relaunch the savings account into a fully fledged Sharia compliant financial solutions and rebrand it National Amana. Amana in Arabic, it means trust. So whatever you are given by the customer, both their financial secret, their investment, and everything of theirs is a secret, and it is a trust to you. Therefore, Amana drives the name from National Amana. As we speak now, we have got almost 8 fully fledged branches, and we have got agency in all major towns through our existing branch outlets. Therefore, you can access services from all those branches.
From an asset book perspective, we had around 4 billion shillings in assets. When I talk about assets, those are basically loans, the monies we've given to the small business people in this country. Today we are at 21 billion. That is a huge growth that we've posted in less than 19 months, basically, in the last 19 months. Liabilities, or what is known as customer deposits, we took off at around 7 billion shillings back in 2013. Today, in line with our transformation agenda, we are at 16.8 billion shillings. The latest on the block is we began our microfinance unit, and this will be the ordinary, very small business people that you find in the Juakali sector. We launched this business the last 9 months. I'm happy to report that today we have around 17,000 accounts in this particular segment.
We've grown our asset or loans book by over 60% in the last 1 year. We've onboarded more than 300 corporates in the last 2 years. Basically, those are very key achievements, and we've brought in innovations that are tailor-made and target key segments of the economy. We have tailor-made collection solutions for counties. We also have smart card solutions for university students, and we have automated collection solutions for public sector entities.
Under the Chinese business development, we aim to be the bank of choice for the Chinese market by end of this year in Kenya market. We have also selected strategic partnerships with different key financial institutions to drive the foreign direct investments to enhance our funding for numerous projects we have in the pipeline. For digital innovations, we have set up a young, dynamic business unit to transform the digital offering for the bank. We have got numerous projects in the pipeline to capture the cashless move and to take advantage of the well-established mobile money market in Kenya.
What is it that we are trying to do? If you look at the customers that are falling in these different segments, they are all customers who have different needs. And the dynamism of the brand and the flexibility builds into their needs, and we feed that into the mother brand. So the synergy is not lost, but we are catering for the different customers. So the dynamism of our customer base is taken care of. And the brand is versatile as far as that is concerned. If you look beyond now the brand, you will see CSR, which also feeds into the brand, the main mother brand. CSR in any organization is a soft belly of the organization. So what are we doing under our different pillars? We have the pillar of environment, which we have embarked on since 2013. We plan to plant 2 million trees across the country. We are working very closely with different organizations, different counties in the different parts of the country, and this is being realized very well.
Our 7-pillar strategy are geared towards strengthening the aspects of the bank that manages risk, that controls cost, and that ensures performance. These 3 pillars, one is strengthening our risk management capability. In that, we have got talent we've recruited to manage the credit risk, which is the primary risk. We've put in place an operational risk and market risk capability, which the bank didn't have. And all 3 now run to a very strong governance structure, where there's both an executive management committee as well as a board committee that has got oversight of those risks that the typical bank faces. A second one is people and performance. Essentially, a bank is a knowledge industry. You've got a technology platform, you've got a physical infrastructure, you've got products, but essentially all that is delivered through the knowledge of our staff, our employees, which is therefore a key part of the bank.
In National Bank, we are focusing more on developing talent, existing talent. And this is the most exciting part, because it's all about mentorship and giving direction to the existing staff. Basically, we are not concerned more about bringing in new talent. It's a question of how do you develop talent, and this is the most exciting part.
However, we run a lot of programs to ensure that our staff are developed to run the bank into the future and to meet the requirements of highly competitive banking industry that we face. The third, final one that we have got on strengthening the bank is cost control. On that, we have ensured all our staff are primarily focused on either customer service or on sales, and we have a very thin back office. As a result, we have remodeled our bank so that we have got more people working at the front end to bring in business rather than doing administrative stuff at the back end. We have also outsourced all non-core activity to people who can do it more efficiently than ourselves. So any role that's actually non-banking now is performed outside the bank. For instance, messenger services as well as courier services company registry, all those services which were previously handled by our own staff are now handled outside the bank, and our staff focus on driving the banking business.
One of the things we did towards the end of last year is to actually introduce the diaspora business. And this specifically meets the needs of our customers in diaspora. National Bank Assurance is one of our big success stories. As you know, we have had National Bank Insurance Agency for a long time. But I mean, in terms of the levels of business we were doing up until last year, the business was very low. And to give you an example, last year we delivered just about 48 million shillings in income from that business. We more than tripled that last year, actually, just about tripled it to almost 140 million from that business, out of policies of about 1.2 billion, which is basically equivalent to some of the insurance companies that we have in the market. And for us, that's actually an area of growth. We have invested heavily. We have built a sales engine for it. We have brought in new talent into that business, and we have seen a lot more growth, and we're going to scale more heads this year in our bank assurance business. As you know, last year the bank established the National Homes proposition, which is basically the part of the bank that takes care of home financing. And it doesn't just cover homes. I mean, whether a customer would like to buy a plot, whether you want to construct a home, whether you would want to buy a home outright, whatever our customer would like to do, we are actually able to do that through National Homes. And we did quite a number of things last year. One thing that the bank did, which has helped National Homes, is we financed a lot of projects last year, a lot of housing projects last year. And what we did is that we've leveraged that throughout last year to be able to provide mortgage facilities to off-takers who are buying homes from projects that the bank has actually financed. And we've seen a lot of growth last year. We actually just about doubled our book last year. That's moving very, very well. It is something that we'd like to grow, and in the future, National Homes should become a household name in my view.
So coming to the performance of the bank in 2014, I would say that we did fairly well compared to the previous year of 2013. And our non-funded income also grew by 29%. As you know, this bank has had a lot of bad book before, some years back, and this particular area is now drying up. We managed to recover 403 million shillings compared to 738 million shillings in 2013, which means that we don't have recoveries per se, it's drying up. And basically, we are shifting from recoveries to generating income through our core business. And that is a plus to the team that has come on board. On the other side of loan loss provision, it improved significantly as well. In 2013, we registered loan loss provision of 726 million. 2014 came down to 525. So generally, our trading profit grew by 34%. From 1.8 billion in 2013 to 2.4 billion in 2014, which is a significant improvement given the competitiveness in the market and also the business environment that we are operating in.
The bank has put in place a lot of investments in people, in infrastructure, in technology, in distribution network, all with the sole purpose of delivering a value proposition for all our customer segments. Our promise, therefore, is National Bank will give you a banking experience that's better than anything that you've had, and therefore Bank on Better is what I'll promise our customers, as well as any potential customers who see this video. I'll actually ask them to try National Bank because you may be actually missing on the bank that will give you better service.
I wanted to be there to make sure I give them the right choices when it comes to finances. When it comes to decisions on taking loans, I make sure they make the correct decisions, not to take the money to waste. Basically, that was the main reason.
Is that they are hardworking, focused, and for the last 2-3 years they have really focused on how to transform the bank to be a better bank.
from a branding perspective, what do we want to achieve really at the end of the day? What will be our winning strategy? Once we are done with this transformational journey, my biggest joy would be to see the logo, the N, whether that N is in yellow, whether the N is in white, blue, red, or whatever color it might be. I want that N to be associated with National Bank without having to actually read the word National Bank. That would be a big win for me.
I see National Bank becoming a top-tier bank by the year 2017 that will offer superior service to its customers. That's why we promise Bank on Better.